This thing might be cooked.
It's time for me to order a new transmission. Today is the day we're gonna drive this truck for the first time. That's metal flakes and literally massive flakes. Today is the day we're gonna drive this truck for the first time. I'm fighting like a vacuum leak or something with this truck. Like it'll start up, but it won't stay running. And I'm not quite sure why that is or what's going on. So I'm assuming it's some kind of vacuum leak, but once I get that fixed, we're gonna continue forward with putting in the drive shaft and fixing our like shift linkage. Easy fix, nothing hard to do at all. So this will be the last episode for now, of working on the 89. And after this, we're gonna pull my old black 94 Silverado back in here that we were gonna do a 4.3 to 5.7 swap on. Gonna bring it back in here and continue what we started on that truck and build it into what we wanted to build it. A race truck, a drag truck, drift truck, whatever it is we feel like building it into. Charging battery right now, it's pretty dead. So once that's charged, then we'll go about starting it up and running it again, but not really worried about that right now. Right now, I'm just worried about messing with our shift cable, getting that figured out, and then going on from there. We have the linkage put in. I don't have the rear drive shaft put in yet, but I'm gonna put it in 4-wheel drive and see if I can't drive it forward a little bit. I'm shaking, I'm terrified something's gonna break, but there's only one way to find out, and that's just do it. Ain't nothing to it but do it. So, start her up, got the throttle linkage hooked up, see if I can drive forward a little bit. So it's low in transmission fluid as well as leaking transmission fluid, so I'm not 100% sure what is going on right now. So I'm gonna have to get underneath the truck and check out what's leaking and then go get some more transmission fluid and see if it'll move then. So as of right now, I'm not really sure what's going on. I am seeing some stuff burning off the header, so I have to take a closer look at where it's leaking exactly and then go from there. So. Rear drive shaft's in. Let's give this another go. Upon further review of the transmission, so we had all those problems in the video that you saw of me trying to drive the truck out. As you could possibly hear, the transmission is making some grinding noises and also leaking like a sieve out of the front seal. So that means the transmission's gotta be pulled. It's like every time I get this close to getting it done, I have to go freaking further and tear things out that haven't torn out yet. But I didn't know that it was gonna have problems. I mean, heck, I was never able to run a motor in it until just now because the freaking motor was locked up when I bought the truck. I'm gonna pull the transfer case out, then pull a crossmember out, then pull the transmission out so that we can take it out, replace the front seal and the oil pan, or the pan gasket on the transmission because this pan gasket's shot. So, oh shoot, I still need to do the freaking flywheel bolts too. Dang it. All right. So I just have this hunch that it's mostly or just all the pan gasket on the transmission, because I mean it's leaking from the back of the pan, the front of the pan, the sides of the pan, and I think it's just getting thrown out onto the torque converter, and it doesn't look like it's soaked with ATF up behind the torque converter, so I have a feeling it's just the pan gasket. Got her out. Well, there was a little bit of fluid in there, not very much, but then again, I haven't really fully filled it. Ooh, is that? Ooh, brother. That's interesting. Let me pour this, look at that. Let me pour this in that black container I got. Ooh. Brother. This transmission might be on the rare side of cooked. That's metal flakes and literally massive flakes. Ah, dang it. That can't be good. I'm taking out the cross member right now, and then after that, all I gotta do is unbolt the transmission from the engine, and then we should be able to drop it. I'm taking out the transfer case and transmission as a whole unit because I don't. Oh, hold on. Because I don't feel like taking the transfer case off separate. It's kind of hard with how the torsion bar cross member is kind of located underneath the truck, so I'm just gonna take it out all as one. So we'll see how, if that actually makes it any easier. Probably not. I'm probably just stupid, but whatever. Holy crap. Okay, might have been a mistake. I don't think I tightened any of these transmission bolts. This one's literally loose as can be.
Oh yeah, no, they're just coming.
So there's that. This is proving to be a total pain in the butt. I should have bought the right transmission jack, but I didn't. I should have taken the transfer case off, but I didn't. So yeah, mistakes were made, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm pretty much gonna drop the front end down and shove it forward and hope the transfer case clears the torsion bar cross member. But if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna bring the truck down. But I'm not. I'm already this far. But what I'm actually gonna do is probably jack the truck up so that it gives the transmission more drop in the front. Then I should be able to slide the transfer case past the cross member here. Well, finally got the transmission and transfer case out. I didn't take it off before I dropped the transmission. I took it off afterward. So we also have good news and bad news. So I'll give you the bad news first. So the bad news is I ordered a new one. It's a stage 2 build, not because I wanted one, but because it's like impossible to find a reman transmission, at least a Turbo 400 that's like factory rebuilt. And so I literally had to go with like a stage 2, which I'm not complaining about. Like in case we put more power through this truck, we'll be good to go. But I don't know if that'll happen with this truck exactly, but maybe it will. The bad news is that it's not gonna be here until like June, because I guess they're built to order. That's okay because we've been putting out a lot of videos on the same truck, so it's kind of good in the same right. The good news is that we're gonna get to start on the 94 again, my black truck with the red pinstripes and all that good stuff. So literally I'm gonna have to put a hood on this truck and shove it outside until June. But in the meantime, we're gonna be able to work on the 94. So here in a little bit, I'm gonna push the old 89 out here and then pull the 94 in the garage and start working on it. Change of plans, actually. So I decided not to order that transmission. Actually, I already had it ordered, but it said $0 for shipping when I ordered the transmission. Well, I just checked my confirmation email and it said $200 for shipping. No, I'm not paying that. So I found a local place that actually rebuilds transmissions. And so within 20 minutes, I threw the transmission in the bed of the truck, drove up there, and he said, yeah, this is going to cost somewhere between $1,200 and $1,800, which is about what a new one cost, or actually remanufactured transmission, which is what this one will technically be. And I know for a 100% fact that this one will go back in and fit afterward. So that's a better way to go about it. The thing is, though, is that I have to take the radiator out and bring the torque converter to him. Reason being is because he wants to have the radiator and torque converter there so he can clean them out to make sure that there's no metal in them or anything, so that when I put in his rebuilt transmission, I won't have any more problems and, you know, make him look bad because the radiator or torque converter isn't clean and metal goes back into it. So he's going to clean that out for me. So I have to take the radiator out of the truck real quick, and then in the morning I'll bring that over to him so he can clean that out, and my transmission should be back within like 3 weeks or so instead of waiting 5 months for a transmission. So this is definitely a better deal. Radiator's out, torque converter's on the truck there. I got the radiator drained for the most part. So tomorrow, take the radiator over there, torque converter over there, let him do his thing, and then we're gonna have it back soon enough, hopefully. Because it's like, every time I get like inches away from being able to like drive this truck out of the garage, like we have to go 5 steps back, just go 4 steps forward, or however that saying goes, I don't know. But anyway, we are getting there. So while the transmission is getting rebuilt, we are probably going to start working on either my black truck or Losey's 89. He's doing something pretty special with that truck. So we're getting there slowly. Y'all, that is it for this episode. I know it wasn't the greatest episode because it wasn't meant to be about this. It wasn't meant to be about driving the transmission and whatnot. You know, I can only make it so long when something happens that's not supposed to happen, and then I got to go have a transmission rebuilt in like 2 to 3 weeks, so there's only so much I can do. But we'll be back again next week. We're trying to do weekly videos now. Thank you guys for watching so much. It means so much to us. Y'all take it easy. See you next time.